Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi. Our special focus continues to be on what's happening in Manipur. NDTV spent a day in one of the worst affected villages of the state that has been on the crossroads of violence. As locals take to weapons to protect their own villages, it's a constant living among gun battles and bombs. NDTV Saurabh Gupta and GD Shankar bring you this ground report.
Dusk in these parts of Manipur means gearing up for the night ahead. This calm will soon be disrupted. As the first gunshots are fired this evening, lights go off here. You heard those gunshots go off? They're still going off. And people living in these villages, in the border areas of the Imphal Valley and the hills in Manipur, have been leading very difficult lives in the past few months. Every night, they have to stay awake and defend their villages. You heard gunshots go off even now, and that has been the routine for villagers here in the last 2 months or so. As these gunshots go off, villagers are on alert. Every night is a night of alert because gunshots go off every night. There's no respite from the firing in these areas. Ladies taking shelter outside their homes, prepared.
ये जो गोली चल रहा है, ये हर रात ऐसे ही चलते है?
हर रात बस 3 तारीख से अभी तक यही सिचुएशन है अभी तक. अभी कोई कभी ज़्यादा भी आ जाता है. 2 दिन से पहले तो सारे बम गांव में कम से कम 50 बम तक गिरा था. 50 गम में 50 लगभग 50 है. इतना काउंट में गिनती तो किया ही नहीं है. बम का आवाज़ हमको पता ही नहीं चल रहा. सारे गांव इसी तरह हम लोग गुजरना पड़ता है.
हम भी डरते हैं तो क्या करें.
तो डरते हैं इसलिए ऐसे
बहुत डरते हैं. खत्म करने के लिए सरकार को कुछ तो करना चाहिए ना. तो जल्दी कीजिए. हम लोग बहुत डरते हैं. ऐसे देखिए ना आप लोगों को भी. हम लोग क्या करें. छोटा छोटा बच्चा भी है तो क्या करें. हम ऐसे रहते हैं रात को. दिन में तो थोड़ा तो रात को तो देखिए ना आप लोगों भी ऐसे रहते हैं. तो बुरे भी है तो हम लोगों भी है. तो ऐसे 2 गोली की आवाज़ है तो बम भी है. तो हम लोग क्या करें. जाए तो कहाँ जाए.
All through the night as we move around, as gunshots continue, people we see are outside their homes, not in the safety of their homes, as they are afraid that gunshots could come this side anytime. It's midnight. Gunfire is still on. From the sounds we've heard, it seems 51mm mortars, 7.62 LMG and assault rifles are being used. You can hear the gunshots still going off, which is why people are no longer staying in their homes. They are living elsewhere. These are of course what we presume to be LMG fire. आप ये बताइए हमको, थोड़ा नजदीक आइए. आप ये बताइए कि आप घर पे क्यों नहीं रह रहे हैं.
पहले शुरू का मतलब ये घटना जो है 3 तारीख को हुआ था. उस टाइम में तो फायरिंग चलते रहता है. उस टाइम बम नहीं आ रहा था.
अभी बम आ रहा है.
अभी बम आ रहा है. इनका
बनाया हुआ बम. तो आपका फैमिली कहाँ रह रहा है.
मेरा फैमिली जो है घर पे रह नहीं पा रहा है क्योंकि यहाँ पे इतना सेफ नहीं है. क्योंकि इनका बम से बहुत 1 किलोमीटर तक दूर आता है.
तो आप कहाँ रह रहे हैं अभी.
यहाँ पे मैंने ऐसे बंकर बनाया है साथ के नीचे. इसमें रहने से थोड़ा मतलब सेफ होने के लिए मैं ऐसे छुपा के रखा है फैमिली को. छोटा बच्चा भी है, 2 महीने का बच्चा भी है, तो इसमें मैंने रखा है.
Well, we've just gotten news that there have been some people who've been injured, or perhaps there are casualties also in the firing and the the heavy sort of firing that went on just a short while ago. We'll now be heading there. But the police say we should not go there as bombs are being dropped and people have been injured. We obey. This is the life of villages on the fringes of the Imphal Valley bordering the Manipur hills. How long will this situation last is the question. It's 4:30 in the morning and we've spent the entire night in this village. All through the night it was all about guns, bombs, gunfire and villagers protecting themselves. That's how life has been for them in the last 3 months or a little less than 3 months. Every night they've been staying up to protect themselves from what's been going on all night. And this is the story across villages on the periphery of the Imphal Valley. The evidence of the gunshots, the bombs we heard last night. Here is where one of the bombs landed. It came in through the roof, and then of course you can see this hole in the ground. That hole, that crater, is of course created by the bomb. And all these holes that you see in this wall is what has been created again by the explosion. And someone who was in that room there was injured by the shrapnel after the explosion. This is the impact of the gunfire, the bombs that Manipur is seeing every day. There is a cost to this. Human lives and just livelihoods and normal, peaceful living. That is what is perhaps missing in Manipur because of the gun battles, the bombs and other weapons being used in this conflict. With camera person G.D. Shankar in Manipur, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
And a Manipur town bordering Myanmar has seen fresh burst of violence with the transit campus security forces being attacked by a mob, prompting an exchange of fire. A forest department building has also been set ablaze. The violence has been reported in Tengnopal district's More town and comes after a period of relative peace for a few days at least. And in such a state, close to 50,000 people have been forced to leave the places they called home. To give them a temporary accommodation, around 4,000 prefabricated houses are being constructed by workers under security cover. The prefabricated houses have been built in the Taubal, Imphal East and Bishnupur districts of Manipur, which have been witnessing some of the worst instances of violence. These will be given to families whose houses have been totally damaged during violence over the past 2 months. Estimates show about 5,000 houses in the state have been fully or partially damaged, according to government sources. The target is to complete these houses before Independence Day. And Prime Minister Modi has inaugurated what is pegged as India's largest exhibition and convention centre, a global hub, now renamed in the national capital as Bharat Mandapam, instead of the old Pragati Maidan complex. Prime Minister Modi said this was symbolic of India's new vision, even as he released 2 G20 stamps as well as 2 of those coins. He also made a big promise ahead of the big 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
दूसरे टर्म में आज भारत दुनिया की 5वीं सबसे बड़ी इकोनॉमी है। और ये ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड के आधार पर, बातों बातों में नहीं, ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड के आधार पर मैं कह रहा हूं, मैं देश को ये भी विश्वास दिलाऊंगा, तीसरे टर्म में दुनिया की पहली 3 इकोनॉमीज में एक नाम भारत का होगा। यानी तीसरे टर्म में पहली 3 इकोनॉमी में गर्व के साथ हिंदुस्तान खड़ा होगा। दोस्तों, भारत मंडपम दर्शन है और भारत की भव्यता का और भारत की इच्छा शक्ति का, भारत की वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी सदियों से हमारा गौरव रही है। आज जब हम आजादी के 75 वर्ष होने पर अमृत महोत्सव मना रहे हैं, तो ये भारत मंडपम हम भारतीयों द्वारा अपने लोकतंत्र को दिया एक खूबसूरत उपहार है.
And now moving over to what's been happening in the parliament, a no confidence motion for the Modi government. The government will face a trust vote very soon. Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi, backed by India coalition partners, moved a no confidence motion which was accepted by the Lok Sabha Speaker. However, the date for the debate is yet to be announced. While it's clear that the BJP government is safe, holding a majority in the Lok Sabha, the opposition's aim is to get the Prime Minister to make a statement on the Manipur violence in the House.
ये सभा मंत्री परिषद में विश्वास का अभाव प्रकट करती है.
इस प्रस्ताव की अनुमति दी जाती है.
विश्वास प्रस्ताव के द्वारा हम ये प्रकाशित करना चाहते हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी शायद मणिपुर को भूल चुके हैं, लेकिन इंडिया अलायंस ये देश मणिपुर को नहीं भूला है.
जो इस प्रस्ताव की अनुमति दिए जाने के पक्ष में
Government versus opposition battle lines intensify. After a showdown in parliament over the Manipur situation, the opposition has fired its strategic weapon, the no confidence motion. Knowing fully well that the government has a huge majority, it's the opposition's move to force the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to speak on the Manipur issue inside parliament that they've been demanding through this session.
अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने के मतलब ये नहीं कि किसी को हराना या जिताना. ये सरकार पे क्यों हमारा अविश्वास है, ये आम लोगों को बताना जरूरी है. क्योंकि शुरू के दिन से हम एक ही छोटी सी मांग किए हैं, और वो भी हमारे सदन की नेता, खासकर हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री से, कि आप सदन पे आए. बाहर जो बात रखते हैं आप मणिपुर के मुद्दे पे, सदन की बाहर क्यों रखने की जरूरत है? सदन के अंदर आके वही बात रखे, उसके बाद हम चर्चा शुरू करें.
इंडिया अलायंस आज मणिपुर के साथ खड़ा है. उनके दर्द के समय इंडिया अलायंस आज मणिपुर की हक की बात कर रहा है, और आने वाले समय में इंडिया अलायंस मणिपुर पर लगे हुए घाव पर मरहम लगाने का काम करेगी.
The government is confident of not only defeating the motion but also getting more support.
तो नो कॉन्फिडेंस दिया है, तो अब लोगों के कॉन्फिडेंस माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के ऊपर, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर ही है, और जो होगा हम अभी चर्चा करके हम डिसाइड करेंगे. लास्ट टर्म में भी किया था, और लोग उनको जो कुछ भी सबक सिखाने था वो सिखा दिया है, और आगे भी सिखा देंगे.
The no confidence motion is expected to be taken up early next week, but nevertheless it's going to be an opportunity for debate and discussion both for the opposition as well as the treasury branches ahead of the state and general elections. The government is comfortably placed in the House of 538 members. Currently, it has 332, while the India Alliance parties collectively have just 142. The rest 64 constitute non-aligned parties such as the BRS, BJD, YSRCP and the TDP. In election year, amid political posturing in the battle of perception, the BRS moved a separate no trust motion, despite lacking the numbers, to show that it was against the BJP, but not with the Congress, which is its rival in Telangana, that goes to the polls in a few months.
मेरी आवाज, मेरा गला घोंटने का भरपूर प्रयास किया गया.
As the no confidence motion was filed in the Lok Sabha, this video of the Prime Minister from 4 years ago predicting one in 2023 went viral.
इतनी तैयारी करो कि 2023 में फिर से आपको अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने का मौका मिले. अहंकार का परिणाम है 400 से 40 हो गए, और सेवा भाव का परिणाम है कि 2 से यहां आकर के बैठ गए.
While the no confidence motion is more about perception, as it doesn't pose any real threat to the government, but the acrimony in the House is not going to get over anytime soon, as the Delhi Ordinance Bill is expected to be introduced in the Rajya Sabha coming Monday. and hence the scenes that we have been seeing repeat itself over and over again for the last 1 week is just expected to go on with no end in sight. In New Delhi, Megha Prasad for NDTV.
For now, let's just take a quick break. On the other side, we have a lot more for you. Welcome back. At least 40 tourists are said to be stranded in a deep forest area in Telangana's Mulugu district, where they had gone to enjoy the Mudel Dara, the highest waterfall in the state. And according to officials, rescue attempts are underway. They have been asked to move further up to the higher altitude. Apparently, they got stranded because of the overflowing water levels. Meanwhile, with overflowing Hindon River, there is flooding reported in Ghaziabad and Noida, very close to Delhi, even part of the national capital region. There's also very heavy rainfall alert for parts of Maharashtra, including Mumbai. There's alert in Himachal as well, as the Malana Dam gate have malfunctioned and the water has overflowed. And in Jodhpur, the police has filed a charge sheet in a gang rape case linked to a 17-year-old being gang raped in Jayanarayan University on the July 16th. And the police have said the charge sheet was filed in 10 days and the investigation is over for now.
घटनाक्रम होने के बाद तुरंत मौके का निरीक्षण किया गया और त्वरित गति से मामले की गंभीरता को देखते हुए त्वरित एक टीम बना करके चारों आरोपियां की तुरंत दस्तयाबी की गई, बाद पूछताछ गिरफ्तार किया गया। उसके बाद जो भी हमारे अनुसंधान में साक्ष्य आ सकते थे तो एक एसआईटी का गठन भी हुआ और उस एसआईटी ने सभी साक्ष्यों को एकत्रित करते हुए, चाहे वो बायोलॉजिकल साक्ष्य हों, चाहे वो टेक्निकल एविडेंस हो, चाहे वो डिजिटल एविडेंस हो, चाहे वो सर्कमस्टांशियल एविडेंस हो, सभी एविडेंस का कलेक्शन करके और आज दिनांक 26 जुलाई 2023 को पॉक्सो न्यायालय में चार्जशीट दाखिल की गई है।
And there will be no survey at the Gyanvapi Mosque till the Allahabad High Court comes to a decision on the matter. The court has asked the Archaeological Survey of India for more clarifications and the hearing will continue on Thursday. Seeking a stay on the survey by the Archaeological Survey of India, the Management Committee of the Varanasi Gyanvapi Mosque has told the court that it fears that the historic structure might fall. This prompted a sharp response from the court, which asked the petitioners how they will trust the court's ruling if they cannot trust the Archaeological Survey of India's assurances that there will be no damage to the structure. And now to a rather unusual political banter. A crow-pecked Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadda in the parliament premises, and the BJP was quick to follow the crow in attacking Raghav Chadda. The BJP joked with a Twitter banter between the BJP and Aam Aadmi Party's Raghav Chadda, the war of birds, if we may say, between the BJP and the MP Raghav Chadda really got a lot of people to respond. BJP said, "Jhoot bole kawa kaate." Raghav Chadda hits back with a couplet on the crows. And that's all we have for you in this bulletin. Thank you for watching.